Hey, how you guys doing? What's going on? I came across this video. You guys know you love HIV stories. So I came across this video, and it is a woman, a female. She has HIV. And if you look at the stats, black women are, the HIV rates in black females is higher and higher and higher. I tell black females, keep your legs closed. You say you're a Christian, be a Christian. A Christian is not going to be out here fornicating or, shacking up with men. What happened to Christians being virgins on their wedding night? Nobody have any discipline. Nobody loved the Lord that much to be obedient to him anymore, if that's your religion, But oftentimes I see people claim to be something, but they don't live up to it. And it starts for confusion because I'm looking at you like you're supposed to be this, why, and that, and you're doing totally opposite. But let's watch this video. They're saying Katt Williams is naming people about HIV or something. You know how these videos are, but you guys love to watch them, and I love giving them to you. So let's watch this and see what's going on.
So y'all know I've come to terms that I don't know who gave me AIDS or HIV, right? So today I got a message about an interview that I should watch. And this interview happened to include a celebrity man this man has been with me and everybody else doing the same thing with everybody else. And
there are reports claiming that he gave you chlamydia.
Yes, he was my only sexual partner, and I was a virgin, so who could have given it to me? A ghost?
Yeah.
And I literally told him that too. I was like, so who gave it to me? A ghost? At the beginning, I had denied that he gave it to me to him because I was so afraid of how he reacted every time before that when I would bring up STDs to him.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Push through those legs. Come on, push. Stand up. Push through those legs. Come on, do it. Push those legs.
How many dudes is running around undetectable, G?
Come on.
In the game?
Man.
Because I could tell you 20 right now that I could rattle off names, and wouldn't nobody be able to sue me.
So it turns out that this mess with Diddy runs deeper than we thought. Because, baby, word on the street is he has HIV. And according to Katt Williams' recent claims, he may have been the one who gave it to the Instagram model Gena Tew. Absolutely no one was surprised by this mess, because Diddy was doing the absolute most at those freak-offs he was having with no protection in sight. Of course, this was meant to happen at some point. Unfortunately for Gena, she was allegedly hired to be an escort for one of the sessions, and her life has never been the same. To make matters even worse, word going around is that Diddy has allegedly been receiving HIV treatment ever since he went to prison. Now, in case you somehow don't know who Gena is, she is a Brooklyn-based Instagram model who got HIV after linking with several high-profile celebrities. The news broke somewhere in March 2022, when she publicly revealed her diagnosis on TikTok, saying, "I think it's about time I get it off my chest so that I feel better. The truth about why I've been in the hospital. Unfortunately, your girl contracted AIDS. And for anyone saying that a pill should take care of everything, it doesn't. I've been through hell, and I'm still going through hell."
There are reports claiming that he gave you chlamydia.
Yes, he was my only sexual partner, and I was a virgin, so who could have given it to me? A ghost?
Yeah.
And I literally told him that too. I was like, so who gave it to me? A ghost? At the beginning, I had denied that he gave it to me to him because I was so afraid of how he reacted every time before that when I would bring up STDs to him. It got back to him from someone else.
So how did you find out you had chlamydia? Like, did you have symptoms, or did you just get tested and it came up?
The first time I had sex with him, I swear I had a rash from hell. I had a freaking rash from hell the first time I had sex with him. It was like a horrible infection that ended up just being like a yeast infection. I got tested both times within a short amount of time.
How did he react when you confronted him, or when he found out from someone else?
From someone else, but I had denied it to him at that point. And I was upset that someone else had told him because of how I know how he reacts.
When you were getting intimate with him, obviously you knew that he was also a bunch of bitches too, right? It wasn't like he was.
But you have to remember that it was under the pretense that he was clean. He kept saying, I get tested as much as a porn star.
Yeah.
So if you get tested as much as a porn star, I'm assuming you're clean. Would have preferred to use a condom, but of course his constant thing was, I'm clean, I get tested a lot, blah, blah, blah. Which I actually found out later on from another girl who reached out to me, and she said, yeah, one of the things that he would always tell me is how he gets tested as much as a star in order for us to not use condom.
And according to her doctors, she'd been living with the virus for about 8 to 10 years due to how damaged her body was. She was literally at the point of death. Now, Gena initially said she didn't know who gave it to her, but she later made some comments that had people coming up with some names as to who passed her the virus. She said she was having fevers, fainting, extreme weakness, and weight loss. Apparently, she had actually gone to the hospital for all these symptoms, but she was repeatedly misdiagnosed with conditions like cervical cancer and lesions. Eventually, one doctor recognized AIDS, and she was told that had she sought treatment any later, she would have died. At her worst, her weight had gone down to 65 pounds. Muscle atrophy had weakened her legs, and she had lost sight in one of her eyes. But here's where things get messy. Gena revealed in 2023 that she was now confident the person who transmitted HIV to her was a particular celebrity man she had been involved with on and off for years and actually had feelings for. She said she had also dealt with cops over this person due to SA, and that comments he made in an interview where he spoke about STDs while seemingly living his best life triggered her suspicion. She said she didn't want to publicly name him without solid proof and was pursuing the matter legally, but this comment still led to people digging to find celebrities who fit the description. And of course, Diddy came up. But it wasn't only him. There were also other celebrities who fit perfectly into everything she said.
So y'all know I've come to terms that I don't know who gave me AIDS or HIV, right? So today I got a message about an interview that I should watch. And this interview happened to include a celebrity man that I was sexually with for a few years, and I actually had feelings for this person. And let's just say this interview put a very bad light on this person. And I've dealt with cops over this person due to sex conduct stuff that I thought was no big deal, so I brushed it off. But the fact that it's coming back to my face and they're telling me stuff about STDs and all this mess, and this man has been with me and everybody else doing the same thing with everybody else, and I don't know how to just brush it off anymore, because it's like, what if, what if this is the person who did this to me and he's living his best life? But hey, you can't have assumptions because it just makes an ass out of you and me. That's what they say. I'll never know. Right? But I just don't like seeing stuff like that. I wake up and it ruins my whole day because I'm like, I don't think about this stuff for that reason, because I don't want to even, I can't do anything about it. I have it now. I'm half blind from it. I'm dealing with it. But if you did this to me and you've been fronting to me about, it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. I don't know what to do, but I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to let it go. It's just too much that I've been seeing and I'm hearing is giving me, you did this to me. But I can't assume. And I'm going to leave it there. It is what it is. Can't do anything about it, can you? Nope.
Now, the first name to come up after she said this was Diplo. So a TikToker named Shelly Augusti posted a video saying she recognized Gena Tew from a recent video and realized she had previously been shown a private tape of Tew and Diplo by Diplo, in which they engaged in unprotected acts. Augusti said she was horrified because she had also had unprotected sex with Diplo, and she herself had to go through multiple rounds of STD testing and therapy to confirm she had not contracted anything. This girl on TT, Gena Tew, went viral after she was diagnosed with AIDS/HIV and posted how it's changed her life. She said she's not sure who gave it to her. Now another girl is saying she slept with Diplo, and she might have already had it. It's messy.
I came across this girl's story, and she came forward about being diagnosed with AIDS. Now, to my dismay, I also recognized that this is the same girl who Diplo sent me a video of. You could imagine the horror that went through my mind and my body when I realized that this was the same girl who not only do I have a video of her having unprotected sex with Diplo, but I also had unprotected with Diplo. And when I started doing the timeline of, when she said she got diagnosed, how long the doctors assumed that she had it for, I realized that she had already had it, and had with him before I had him.
But as I said, baby, it didn't stop at Diplo. Once Gena's story started making rounds, people dragged Diddy's name right into the middle of it too, and they actually had a few reasons for side-eyeing him. Now, if y'all remember, Gena said she was homeless at one point while she was in New York, and according to what's been revealed in Diddy's case, New York was one of the main cities where the freak-offs were happening, along with places like LA, Vegas, and Miami. So once people heard Gena say she was vulnerable, homeless, trying to survive, and dealing with celebrities during that time, they immediately started connecting dots. The theory is that Gena may have allegedly been recruited into one of those parties while she was at a low point, and that's where she got infected. And what made folks side-eye Diddy even more is everything Cassie has said about those parties. She claims she ended up dealing with STIs during that time, and people have also pointed out how much talk there was about baby oil, but barely any talk about protection being used. And since we're already on the topic, let's talk about Kim's book for a second, because baby, an email from one of the publishers who was working with her leaked online, and some tea was spilled about how Diddy used to force Usher into some real intimate situations and even gave him an STD. The email read, "Some of the things in the book covered Diddy's gay relationships, footage of those encounters, the men he slept with, STDs, Diddy giving Usher an STD, and the explosive encounter between Diddy and Usher's mom." A lot of people were quick to believe this because back in 2017, Usher got sued by a woman who said he gave her herpes. She said he didn't tell her he was diagnosed back in 2009, and according to her, she started having symptoms, did a little Googling, and that's when she saw reports about him catching STDs from Diddy. So she decided to get tested, and guess what? It came out positive. There's a clear pattern here. From Cassie to Usher, and now him allegedly giving Gena HIV. In fact, just last year, a man suing Diddy for alleged SA as John Doe accused Diddy of giving him HIV. He said he was a music industry intern in late 2014 who was taken to an after-party in Valverde hosted by Diddy. He claims the event had all kinds of substances and alcohol. After having 2 to 3 drinks, he began to feel off, blacked out, and his next memory was of being sodomized by an unknown person, whom he believes to be Diddy. He said his initial STD tests came back negative, but months later, he was told he had contracted HIV. Now, if you've been keeping up with Diddy, then you already know Katt Williams has been on his neck for things like this for years. So you can imagine everyone's surprise when sources behind the scenes also popped out, claiming that Katt was accusing Diddy of having a hand in Gena's infection. Apparently, Diddy had actually tried to get Katt involved in those same freak-offs that Gena ended up catching her HIV from, by offering him $50 million 4 times. But in Katt's own words, he turned it down to protect my integrity. Cause P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no.
Who's gonna turn down $50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times, just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
And have the number of these.
Amen, amen.
In a later GQ interview, Williams explained why he brought Diddy up on Club Shay Shay, calling Diddy a demon and saying, "I know demons are powerful, but I also know why they're powerful. There's cold spiritual warfare going on out here." He also said he attended industry parties specifically as an observer. "I'm anti-establishment. Even if I'm at the Diddy party, I'm there to tell. I'm there to see who is in here and what y'all get from being in here." Now, it's unclear why Katt chose to reveal all this behind the scenes instead of coming public with it. But a lot of people had something to say about it, and they didn't hold back, like this person who said, during the trial, there was a lot of talk about the bulk purchase of baby oil, but no talk of bulk condom purchases. Another person said, this is not out of the realm of possibility the way Diddy running around sleeping with everybody and hiring people that he didn't even know. It is truly possible and sad. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think made Katt Williams come out with all this tea after so long? And do you really think Gena caught it from Diddy? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.